Hey gorgeous soul, welcome to your weekly astrology. Sorry I'm not on camera. My darling wife of 8 days is self-isolating downstairs because she has cold symptoms, so we're keeping apart. So I'm going to slip this under her door and you get a voice one from me. Now, I want to talk to you all about these extreme world events that we're going through now. As you're probably aware, if you're into astrology, that astrologers have been predicting this for some time because of the huge Saturn and Pluto conjunction. We are going through a radical shift. And now with Aquarius in Saturn, we are all changing our view of what is important, of what matters to us. And hopefully, fingers crossed, the positive that's coming out of this is that we're moving to a time where community matters, lives matter, people matter, the earth matters, and all of those other superficial things don't matter so much because we're seeing with our own eyes, you know, the delicate balance of it all. You know, in positive news, there's been a massive shift in pollution over China. The waterways are going back. The earth is healing herself through this crisis. But it is very traumatic. And for a lot of you with anxiety, you know, this is seriously triggering. I appreciate that. Me too. But together, if we join forces with kindness and compassion, and actually, if we listen to the rules that nobody wants to listen to the rules, but on this occasion we have to. Self-isolate, do not travel. You know, it's so easily spread, even with no symptoms. So we all have to be on it. And the more we're on it, the more we self-isolate, the more we keep away from other people, the quicker this will be over. But I promise you this, when we come through this, yes, it will be a different world, but it will be a world with deeper values, with a deeper heart, with deeper love for humanity, and our eyes are wide open. Anyway, I send you so much love through all of this. I'm going to be doing some live YouTube, live Facebook. I'm going to be doing readings. I want to do free courses. I want to put a load of free content out there and be there to connect with you remotely so that we can all have a chat, we can all cheer each other up, we can all learn something while we're self-isolating. Anyway, sending love again. Here's your weekly astrology. Hey Gemini, how are you doing, my darlings? Yes, we are in interesting times. And I have to say, I'm going to be honest with you, there is some very intense, quite full-on energy at the beginning of the week with Mars and Pluto joining forces. Mars is the god of war and energy and sexuality in some ways, and as is Pluto in some ways. But it's kind of, there's endings, there's intensity. There might be a lot of anger around. You're feeling very primal emotions around that day. Use it as much as you can to tune into your strength, the strength that's always been at the depths of your being, the strength that maybe you've avoided getting in contact with because you didn't want to come across as too strong. Now is the time to be strong for you, but now is not the time for anger. Remember that. But there's some heavy stuff going on in the world. We're going to hear something quite dramatic, I think, at the beginning of this week. But you have the strength and you have the power to come through. There's a new moon that is connecting you with different people. You are feeling an affinity. You are feeling that you want to collaborate. You are feeling drawn to different groups of people. You're letting go, in fact, of some groups of people or even some beliefs that you had before, and you're embracing new beliefs. And this is very healing for you. The new moon is conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. So there's some sort of deep soul stuff going on with the people that you're mixing with. And you're also feeling very open and positive about things, even in these dramatic times. Now, Venus, the planet of love, is trine Jupiter. You're plunging into very intense emotions that perhaps you're not used to. And also, you're very psychically attuned to other people. And you're sensing things. Trust that. Write a diary. Write it down. Communicate. Meditate. Give yourself a kind of saltwater bath. Cleanse your fears. Come into your power. This is a time where you're going to get a lot of very interesting information about where your life's going and what your potential is. Take care, gorgeous. Stay safe. Lots of love. If you want to check out your written monthly, weekly, yearly astrology, pop over to my website, michelleknight.com. I'm not doing readings at the moment, but I do have a company of some of the best psychics and astrologers in the world. I've had the company for 20 years. I handpick them and they are fabulous. So I'm going to start to show you, starting now, their little videos on here.
My name's Jonathan. I'm a natural intuitive, healer, empath and coach. I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go, a motivating and empowering conversation. That's the best way I can describe it. But the way I work, I will instantly make a connection with you and validate that. If I don't, I will tell you otherwise. When the phone rings, I prepare myself. I get a little bit of a sense of what the reading may be, but ultimately for me, it's the first instance of linking with somebody through their voice vibration. It's me getting into your energy and bringing to the surface what you may need to know to move forward for yourself. When you can give somebody a piece of information that maybe will be very personal or relevant to them and you wouldn't have known this otherwise, it's a very enthusing and inspiring time for the reader and the client. Particularly me, I enjoy people's positive reactions to my readings.